G'day mate, welcome to the channel. Now in today's video we're going to be doing something a little out of the norm. So I've put together a list of the greatest Australian born / Australian native basketball players of all time. I've taken them all back into their prime and put them on one separate team. So today we're going to see if a team full of Aussies can go ahead and win a championship in the NBA, and we'll see just how good they can be. Now I did take a couple liberties with this. I counted Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons because we needed at least a couple of star players, so they are on the roster. Now this is my second or third time recording this. Initially I tried doing it as a rebuild, but there wasn't enough people currently in the NBA that would fit the criteria. So instead we're just going to do a sim. I'll put them all on one roster and we'll see how we go. Let's hop right on into it. Alrighty, so here we are in 2K. So we have even created a Australian team officially in the NBA. So it's got our Australian logo there, Australian colors. So we did just replace the OKC Thunder with this because Josh Giddey was already on the team, so I kept him and I released the rest of those guys into free agency. But so just running through the roster, we have prime Kyrie Irving. So I believe this was all-time Cavaliers Kyrie or 15-16 Kyrie. So here's a 94 overall. That's fantastic. Prime Ben Simmons is from the all-time Philadelphia team. He's at an 88. Andrew Bogut in his prime. So I believe this was from his Defensive Player of the Year contending season in Milwaukee. And then we have Joe Ingles from that one season he had, I think last season or the season before, where it was really good. Current Josh Giddey. Aaron Baines from his time in the Suns, I believe. Luke Longley in the last year with the Bulls. Patty Mills during his time with the Spurs. Dyson Daniels as a rookie. I wanted to throw him in there. Dellavedova from the Cavaliers. Thon Maker, and then just the bottom of the rotation guys, Dante Exum, Josh Green, and Jock Landale. So for the minute allocation, we're going to go Kyrie Irving, Josh Giddey, Joe Ingles, Ben Simmons, and Andrew Bogut as our starting five. Then off the bench, we're going to have Aaron Baines, Luke Longley, Patty Mills, and Dyson Daniels, along with Dellavedova. So we are running an 11-man currently. I don't like that. I did hire Michael Stoffer as our coach because I think we might need a little bit of help. So we'll see if we can run a 9-man. I may need to change Aaron Baines to a power forward. But for scoring options, we've gone Kyrie, Ben, and then Josh because I want him to develop. But I will just change some positions and be right back. Alrighty, so we just switched Aaron Baines to a power forward. He stays the same. So we're going to go ahead, start simulating, and see what this team is made of. Let's see if my Aussies can win a championship. Let's go. And just in case you're wondering, yes, I'm wearing a Simmons jersey from Philly. So just get that out of the way. But we are the one seed at the moment, which is fun. So I do want to hop in, try and get some gameplay, but we'll see how we go. I'll see you guys soon. Alrighty, so we do finish as the one seed, and I just realized I'm entitled to Matisse Thybulle too, so I might actually go ahead and add him to the roster in the off season. So Luka, Cade, Ben Simmons wins 6th man of the year, but that's not our Ben Simmons. I didn't delete the old one, so he's still in the league. Tyrese Maxey and Steve Nash wins coach of the year. They have 56 wins. I didn't catch how many we had, but our Ben Simmons does make all NBA first team. He puts up 22, 8, 7.5, so that's really good for us. Did our Kyrie make a team? He did, so he made third team. He put up 29, 4, and 7.5, so that's probably why we're the one seed. And you can see there Matisse makes all defensive first team, so we will definitely be adding him to our collection. So we did go 55 and 27, which is 3 games atop of the best, second best team in the West, might I say, and 1 game less than the Nets. So Ben Simmons versus Ben Simmons is a possibility. So here are the play stats for that season. Kyrie led us in scoring. We saw his stats. He had 29, 4, 7.5. Ben had 22, 8, and 7.5, so elite passing out of those two. Then Joe Ingles actually gave us 13, 3 rebounds, 6 assists on 47, 42, 93 splits, so that's awesome. Josh Giddey gave us 13, 5, and about 5, shot very badly from 3, but we're hoping he can improve. Prime Patty Mills gives us 9 on 43% from 3, which is really nice. Andrew Bogut, prime defensive beast, gives us 9, 8, and 2 blocks a game. Rookie Dyson Daniels gives us about 8, 3, and 4, shooting very well actually. Then there's prime Aaron Baines there, and there's prime Luke Longley there. So I do note that Aaron Baines isn't at a point where he's taking threes yet because this came from his Spurs player, which is fine. We'll just roll with that. And then Dante Exum and the other guys didn't really play. So for the playoffs, let's go ahead and go a little bit of a reallocation in the minutes. So Kyrie is going to be playing 42 according to 2K. Dyson Daniels ended the season on fire, so we'll take 1 minute away from Luke, 1 minute away from Patty, and you know what? We'll actually make Patty the 6th man. So we'll go about 15 there, 16 there, 18 there, and about 21 there. And then we obviously want Kyrie and Ben playing a lot. We also want Josh Giddey playing a ton, and then we can give 1 more minute to Joe Ingles. So in round 1, we have the real life Warriors, and they have Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, so pretty much the same team they have in real life. I would say we are better than them, and we should beat them. So we will just go ahead and simulate this round, see what happens. 2-1, 2-2, and of course I was talking trash, so they upset us in round 1. That's how it goes. So let's go ahead and see who wins the finals, and then in the offseason we'll be adding Matisse to our team. So the Warriors actually go to the finals. They lose to Philly, who will be losing Matisse. So we will offer a genuine trade for Matisse, see if we can get it done. They say no, and if I give them 14 as well, they say yes. So we pick up Matisse legitimately, and we don't have to use any picks because our team's pretty much locked in. I've made sure everyone is on a 5-year contract. So we're set for next season. We don't really have to add anyone else. I will just go ahead and make Matisse a shooting guard, and we'll make his backup position a small forward. Now, when I was going through the list, I was genuinely surprised that there wasn't more Australian-born NBA players, but I guess I shouldn't be too shocked. Majority of players either come from Europe or the States, although I do think recently there's been, I would say, more than there has been in the past, which is exciting for us. A couple of people from my hometown. So Kyrie's up to a 96, Ben's up to a 91, Giddy's up to an 84, Ingles goes down 2 points, which hurts a little bit. Bogut stays the same. Longley and Daniels both go up. Baines goes down. Green, everyone else goes up by a little bit. So hopefully we can make something happen this season and not just choke in the first round, but we will simulate into the next season, and I'll see you guys in a second. So I would say as a whole we improved. These guys are still getting better. Ideally, I'd like to get to a point where Giddy's like a 90 overall. We run him at the 3 and maybe Dyson Daniels at the 2. We'll see how we go with that. So the scoring options are going to remain the same. We're going to go ahead, start simulating, and see how good this team can be. Let's get right into it. So we do have our Ben Simmons and our Kyrie Irving as all-stars. Now I just saw LaMelo's name there and it got me thinking, and then I was like, no, because he did play a season in the NBL. I actually went and saw him. I was courtside, but he is not anywhat Australian. At least some of these guys have some Australian heritage, and at least Kyrie was born here. But I don't think it would make sense to add LaMelo just because he only played 1 season of basketball here, and it wouldn't really be fair. So that's fine. We'll keep rolling without him. We're the 1 seed regardless. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. So we're at the trade deadline. Curry's averaging 27, 8.5 on fantastic splits. Giddy's giving us 16, 6, and 5 on better splits. Joe Ingles is still playing well, shooting 42% from 3. Ben's giving us 23, 8, and 8 on 57%, 50% from 3. I'm sure that's misleading. 8 points and 2 blocks from Bogut. He's giving us 9 rebounds. And then Luke Longley off the bench has also been pretty good. Dyson Daniels is getting better, which is exactly what we need. And then Patty Mills has been pretty good too. So we will keep going, and I'll see you guys at the end. I do want to hop in and get some gameplay of the home court because it is like the Australian Olympics home court floor or something like that, the upcoming Olympics. So we'll see how we go with that. So we are the 2 seed this time, 53 wins I think it was. So we are slightly worse, and the Grizzlies actually leapfrogged ahead of us. Now I was just thinking a good way to probably go about it is if they're eligible to play on the Australian team or not. And LaMelo definitely wouldn't be, whereas guys like Kyrie and Matisse would be, I would imagine. I know Matisse is, and Kyrie probably could be because I'm pretty sure he has dual citizenship. I could be wrong, but I think he does have that or Australian nationality or something. So the other Ben Simmons wins 6th man of the year. Our Simmons makes 2nd team again with 24, 8, and 8 on 50, 40, 60 splits. So I bet he only attempted like 5 threes or something like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, literally 5 on point, but he did shoot 40%, so that's exciting. All NBA 3rd team, our Kyrie does make it as well, so 27. So similar numbers, they've both been really good. The other Ben Simmons makes all defensive 1st team, and ours does not. So hopefully we can be a little bit better this playoffs. So we looked at Kyrie and Ben already. So Josh Giddey gave us about 16, 6, and 5. So that's really good. He's coming into his own as the 3rd star. Joe Ingles still shot really well from 3 for us, and then Andrew Bogut was a fine center along with Luke Longley. Dyson Daniels, good stuff, 35 from 3, almost 50 from the field, love that. Patty Mills about 8.5 on 40% from 3, and Aaron Baines. So we might actually swap Aaron Baines' minutes with Matisse for the playoffs, and even Josh Green's actually getting better. So I think I'd rather play one of these 2 guys, and we will try Matisse for his defensive ability. So for the playoffs, we will shorten the rotation. We will actually make Dyson the 6th man, so we'll go about 24 there. We'll go about 18 there, 16 there. Then we have 13 extra minutes. We definitely want to get Josh Giddey's minutes up there and Ben Simmons. And then we want Kyrie playing about 40. We can play Ben 40 as well, and then Josh Giddey can get 36. So our system proficiency has stayed the same, 4 stars. So this time around we have Portland, so we have another good point guard to go against. So Kyrie's going against Dame, Giddey against Zach, And then the rest of it I feel pretty good about. So we'll go ahead. We might do this one game by game just in case, but we will see what happens. So game 1, we do win. So we win by 7. Kyrie gives us 24, 7 and 10, a near triple double. Ben gives us 24, 5 and 12. Paddy Mills gives us 18 off the bench, almost perfect shooting. Giddy gives us 17, 5 and 5. So our top 3 guys can really do a bit of everything. Dyson Daniels even gives us 17 points on 70% from the field, 50% from 3. That's awesome. Luke Longley gives us 16, and Thibault did not score. He played 10 minutes. He only took 1 shot, but he did have a steal and he fouled 3 times. But he had a plus-minus of 9, so we're happy with that. We're going a bit better against Dame than we did against Steph. So we win that one by 2. You got to win the close games. Kyrie and Ben combined for 50, and then Giddy has a 24 piece as well. So this big 3, man, that's really nice. I know only one of them's like full-blown Aussie, but we'll take what we can get down here, okay? So Paddy Mills also gives us 15. Let's see if we can win game 3, in which we can. So Dame gave us 28, but it didn't matter because Ben Simmons almost has a 43-point triple-double and even hit 11 out of 14 free throws. Curry was 50% and 100% from the line, and then Bogut gives us 18, 10, and 3 blocks. So I love to see that. Matisse, how did you do? 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He shot perfectly, and he was a plus on the defensive end. So that's all we need from him. Can we go ahead and sweep them? We can't, so they take a game. Do not make me blow a 3-0 lead. 2K, just win in 5, and we do. Cool. So in that last game, Ben gave us 32, 10, and 8, almost triple-double. So he's going off, man. He must be really blown up. He's up to a 91 overall. So this is when he had all the potential in the world. He still does. I honestly believe he's going to be really good this season for the Nets, assuming he's healthy. But when he was on top of the world in Philly, so he's averaging 29, 8, and almost 9. That's crazy. And then Kyrie has to be averaging 24. I actually thought it'd be a bit more, but because Ben's going off and most likely Giddy's going off too, I don't mind that too much. Giddy's actually not putting up that many, so it was just like 1 or 2 games he played really well. So in the next round, we have to go up against Zion, which is a little bit scary, and the team Dyson would be on. So we win the point guard battle, the shooting guard battle, they win the small forward battle, our power forward battle is almost tied, and our center battle is. So we are better than them. I'm hoping San Antonio can beat Memphis. For obvious reasons. But let's go ahead and just get through this series first. So game 1, we do win. Kyrie has 32, 5 and 5. Ben has 26, 11 and 9. Everyone else plays well too. Matisse, if he's not scoring but also not taking many shots and only playing 10 minutes but playing good defense, I'm fine by that. So we actually win by a fair amount. CJ has 28, Zion has 28. So game 2, we do win also. Kyrie has 54, 2 and 11. That's insanity. He only missed 5 total shots. Ben has 23, 6 and 6. So these two, man, they're just crazy together. And I'm hoping next year Josh Giddey can be like a plus 90 overall. We do drop game 3 by a lot, but that is okay. I have faith that we will bounce back, and we do. So we're up 3-1. Zion has 40, but it did not matter. We won by 1 point. Ben had 26, 10 and 6. Kyrie shot horribly, but he still had 22 points, 12 assists. Josh Giddey was good. And I'm always looking at Matisse. So he hit 1 shot and a free throw. So he got an and 1. It was a -5. So if he's not playing elite defense, he's probably a minus, but we will keep him in for the time being. We do drop that game. Can we go ahead and not blow a 3-1 lead or 3-0 lead? I forget. And we do win in 6. And Ben has 38, 8 and 12. Kyrie has 27, 5 and 11. So these two are the duo of the future, man. Josh Giddey's getting there too. So we do have a team we're going back and forward with in the standings. So I'm hoping we can actually beat them. They have Ja, we have Kyrie. They're evenly matched. Josh Giddey and Desmond Bane are very close. Joe Ingles and Dylan Brooks are very close. And Ben Simmons, Jaren Jackson, and Andrew Bogut. So this is like a very even matchup. This could go either way. Kyrie does look good in the Australian unis. So let's go ahead and see who wins game 1. I have a feeling they will, and they do. By a lot too. Ja Morant goes off for 44. Josh Giddey leads us with 26. So I might go ahead and shorten the rotation a little bit more just so we don't have to muck around. And Matisse is actually shooting horribly. So I think we will replace his minutes with a little bit of Josh Green for now, and we'll see how he goes. If he isn't great, we will just get rid of that spot in the rotation entirely. So let's go 16, about 23. We have a few more minutes. We'll go a few more there. We'll go 42 there, 42 there. And then I might actually give another 2 minutes or so to Joe Ingles because he has been good for us. He's shooting well. He provides a decent amount of defense. Andrew Bogut's been pretty solid too. Has he been better than Luke Longley? He has. So we will go 1 more minute to Andrew Bogut. So can we win game 2? And we do. We tied up 1-1. So Ja doesn't have as big of a game. Ben almost has a 30-point triple-double. He's turning into LeBron in these playoffs, man. That's what I like to see. So can we go ahead and win game 3? Can't. So we do go down 2-1. Let's see if we can tie it up 2-2. We go down 3-1. So same story as last season. So Josh Green has has been okay, but we will remove him from the rotation and we will drop down Paddy to about 10 minutes. Luke can stay at about 14. Dyson can stay at about 23. And then we will just up these guys. So we'll go 45 there, 45 there, 32 there, and 31 there. We will go ahead and simcast this one, see if we can bring it back. So we are in Memphis, not in Australia or whichever city I guess they decided to place this in. So it's not looking good. We are down. I have a bad feeling we're going to lose this game, and we didn't even get close to leading. They blow us out. So we do lose in the conference finals, which hurts a little bit. Do they at least win? They don't. They lose to Boston. So we'll see. Hopefully the guys develop in the next offseason. Matisse Thybulle, we will accept his qualifying offer. I should have probably just extended his contract like the rest of the guys, but we will try to re-sign him. Memphis, if you want to let Ja Morant work, I'd be very happy. So we'll go about 5-5 to Matisse, and we'll go ahead and accept that. And we're good. We're moving on to the next season. Kyrie regresses 1 for no reason. Ben's up to a 92. Giddy's up to an 87. Bogut's up to an 83, 80, 79. Joe Ingles is regressing, which hurts because he's a big part of what we were doing. But we will go into the next season and see what we can do. All right, so going into season 3, Kyrie, Josh Giddey, Joe Ingles, Ben Simmons, and Andrew Bogut with Luke Longley, Dyson Daniels, Josh Green, and Patty Mills off the bench. I think I will try to play Dyson Daniels a bit more, see if we can get him into that starting spot. We might actually go ahead and change some positions now so we can get ahead of Joe Ingles' regression. So if we do make Dyson Daniels a full-time small forward, he goes up to an 81. So we are definitely going to be doing that. Alrighty, so now it's looking like Kyrie, Josh Giddey, Dyson Daniels, Ben Simmons, and Andrew Bogut with Luke Longley, Josh Green, Patty Mills, and Joe Ingles off the bench. So I like that a little bit better for us. Did our system proficiency improve? It did not. Is anything else 4.5 stars? Which it's not. So we'll go ahead, simulate this season. Hopefully this is the year. Third time's the charm, right? I would like to win it all. Otherwise, we will just hop in, get some gameplay. I might go an extra year or two just to see if we can do it, but I'll be back with you guys shortly. So we do finish as the 2 seed. I had a little bit of a shock because we fell as low as a 9, and then what I did was I adjusted it to a 10-man rotation so that Matisse Thybulle could get some minutes. I guess his defense helped us out. So our Ben again makes all NBA second team. Seems like he has every season so far. He put up 24, about 9 and 7. So Kyrie's scoring fell off a little bit, but I think that's because of Josh Giddey and Dyson Daniels. So he had about 21 and 8 on elite efficiency. Josh Giddey gave us about 18, 6 and 5 on good efficiency. So I guess they decided to start Joe Ingles again. Maybe that helped. So he gave us about 7.5 on good efficiency still. So maybe Dyson Daniels is better suited as a 6th man for this season. We saw Ben did, Andrew Bogut, and then Dyson Daniels gave us about 11, 5 and 6 on good efficiency. So about 13 per 36, Luke Longley. So we might actually go ahead and up Dyson Daniels' shot tendency so he can average a bit more as our 6th man. Matisse Thybulle will not be playing in the playoffs because that is horrific. So in round 1, rematch, exactly the same actually. They're the same, Dame's about the same. So it's pretty much the same matchups as last season. Hopefully they don't get the better of us this year. So let's go ahead and just simulate through. So game 1, we win. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we lose. Can we go up 3-1? Of course not. So are they going to go up 3-2? No, we go up 3-2 and just beat them in 6. We're going to a game 7. Why do this to me, 2K? I don't understand you. So Zach LaVine gave us 44. I think we need to run a shorter rotation. So it might just be that the Aussies aren't cut out for it, man. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised because of how much talent comes from elsewhere. So we'll rock something like this, and let's just see if we can go ahead and win game 7. So we are at home in Australia. So even if we don't win, I might jump in because I don't know if we'll get another chance. It's very back and forth. We do take the lead. Can we just win? I was about to say it looks like we are, but we haven't scored in a minute. 107, 113, 109, 115. So I might just simulate through this one and then hopefully we can get another game. I think that got really close as well. I just want to double check that. Yeah, so they brought it within 4, but Dyson Daniels actually led us the way home. So maybe I should have included LaMelo, made it a bit easier for myself. We're going up against the Rockets, who picked up Shea because I had to get rid of him off this team. That's a little bit unfair. So they have Shea, Jalen Green, and outside of those guys, not a whole lot. So hopefully we can go ahead and beat them. Josh Giddey beat your former teammate who ditched the team because he was not from here. And they actually win game 1, which is a little concerning. Can we tie it up 1-1? We can. Kyrie gives us 33 and 11. Josh gives us 25, 10 and 6. And on their side, we actually only won by 3 points, by the way, in OT. So Shea only gave us 15. So we're fine with that. Can we go ahead and win game 3? We don't, of course not. We go down because nothing can ever be easy. Can we tie it up 2-2? We can. And Christian Wood's actually back on the Rockets, so that's exciting. Or pardon me, he might not have moved because I think this is the old roster, but still cool to see his name there. I think we will shorten this a little bit more even, just so we don't have to stress too much. We'll actually change those there. And how's Dyson been? Per 36, 16. So he's not shooting the greatest. We will drop a couple minutes off there. We'll go maybe 2 extra minutes to Bogut and 1 extra minute to Josh Giddey. So can we go ahead and go up 3-2? We can. Awesome. Curry gives us 27, 6 and 5. Can we just go ahead and win in 6? And we can. Awesome. So it looks like we'll be facing Denver or the Pelicans. I think I'd rather face Denver in 2K, to be honest with you, because of Zion being a sim beast, but let's see. And we do have Denver. Okay, so 1-2 seed matchup again. So they have Jamal Murray, so we're better pretty much everywhere except the center spot and the small forward spot. I will go ahead and put Ben on Michael Porter Jr. Alrighty, so we went ahead and put Ben on MPJ, which leaves Joe Ingles guarding Aaron Gordon. So hopefully this works. Let's see who wins game 1. And they do win, unfortunately, but I'm not surprised. So Jokic gives us 36, 14 and 12. So Bogut, I'm gonna need you to step up, my man. Game 2, we tied up 1-1. So Jokic still goes off, but we get some out of our guys. It's a very close game again, so we have to win the close ones. 25 from Ben, 22 from Kyrie, and 20 from Ingles, which is nice. Game 3, can we go up 2-1? We can. Okay, I don't want to get too confident, but we do blow him out. We hold Jokic to not very good stats by his standards. Can we go up 3-1? We can. Okay, so we would have to face Boston, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Can we just go ahead and win in 5? We can. Okay, dude. Okay, so I'm a little bit nervous to go up against the Celtics, but Jason Tatum, so we will definitely go ahead and put Ben on Tatum. So maybe I should just take back what I said, that the adjustments actually do matter, which I guess would make sense, but I feel like this seems very hit or miss. I probably just have to stop saying controversial stuff because I always go back on it. But everyone's been playing really well from what it looks like, so hopefully we can go ahead and beat the Celtics. Let's see who wins game 1. I assume we're going to lose because of the trend, and of course we do. Although I'm a bit more scared about going down to Boston than the other teams. Let's see if we can tie it up 1-1. They got 2-0. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. In that game, it was Brown. It wasn't even... Tatum still had 31, but it was Brown that gave us the work. So can we actually win a game? They got 3-0. So all that was for nothing, man. That's really frustrating. Let's just go ahead and take Patty Mills out of the rotation, go less minutes to Josh Green. How's he even been playing? So he's been okay, actually. Luke Longley's been okay as well, and Dyson Daniels has been pretty good. So we'll go about 20 there. We need to play the Stars a lot of minutes. It is the NBA Finals. Joe Ingles has still been good for us, so we'll go a few more minutes to him. We'll go a few more minutes to Bogut, and then 2 more apiece to Kyrie and Ben. So let's just try not to get swept. I think that's now the goal. So we are at home, which is good. Let's go ahead and see if we can win this and maybe force them to blow a 3-0 lead. I shouldn't get too cocky because I feel like we won't even win this game. But I will hop in regardless if it's close at the end. It's a 3-point game. I don't want to go too fast. We're up by 10 somehow. That happened instantly, and then they brought it back within 6. I have no idea what just happened in that last 2 minutes. But we do win that game. Let's go, dude. So can we go ahead and push them to 6 maybe and just get super unrealistic? Maybe force a game 7. So we are up a little bit going into the 3rd. Hopefully they can just keep this. This should be a win. Knock on wood, because I can totally see them coming back, but no, reverse psychology. So we do win that game by a fair bit. We are back at home. Tatum has 32, Curry has 25, 2 and 10. So he's just going finals mode from 2015-16. So we can actually see exactly what's been happening in the finals. I might do that instead. So we'll go playoff statistics, player stats. In the finals, it's actually Ben Simmons who's giving us 29, about 9, 6.5. He's shooting 59% from the field. Curry's giving us 23 on 47% with 8 assists. Giddey's giving us 19, 7 and 5 with 50, 40, 75 splits. So no one can seem to hit their free throws in this series. Dyson Daniels, 12 points on also 40 from 3, 52 from 3 for Joe Ingles. I like that. Bogut's been giving us 3.5 blocks. I'll definitely take that. Patty Mills has 6 points and about 54% from 3. Josh Green with 5, Luke Longley with 4. So we're at home. See if we can force them for a game 7. I have a bad feeling about this, and I don't think it's going to happen. I feel like we might be down this whole game. And yeah, so our luck has ran out, unfortunately. So 2K just couldn't give it to me. Hang on. Reverse psychology. Reverse psychology. Reverse psychology. It's a 1-point game. It's a tie game. We're up by 1. We're up by 2. So someone hit free throws and oh my God, we win. That's so clutch. Ooh, my heart's racing, man. So 29, 7 and 9. I just realized I should have checked to see the play-by-play, see who actually did that. I would imagine it was Kyrie coming up clutch or even Ben. So let's go ahead and see if we can win game 7. If we do, the Boston Celtics will have blown a 3-0 lead. We will go ahead and shorten this even more so, just because I want our stars playing all the minutes. So Paddy's been really good. I would say he's been better than Josh Green, so we will swap them. We'll go about 8 minutes there, 10 minutes there. Luke Longley's been good too. We will drop him 1 minute though, and Dyson Daniels can play 20. So we'll go 40 there, 43 actually, 32 and 32. So let's go ahead and see if we can win game 7 and force them to blow a 3-0 lead, man. Fingers crossed we didn't do all that for nothing. We come out with a 4-point lead, a little lead. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself because it's going to be back and forth the whole game. We're actually up by a bit. Oh, I just realized I didn't hop into a home game. We might do one more season and I might just see. If we win this, I'm going to be super excited. All right, so 1 minute 50 to go. We'll go a little bit longer. So it's actually an 8-point game. We will go in. Hopefully I don't choke this. I'll be back in a second. So we'll just call a timeout to get the starters in because 2K is stupid and doesn't know what a closing lineup should be. I don't think Kyrie was in the game. Oh, he was, but he was at the wrong position. So we will go ahead and make sure all our starters are in. So we did actually force, knock on wood, I don't choke this, but we did force the Boston Celtics to blow a 3-0 lead. So Kyrie has 29, Josh has 28, and it looks like Ben Simmons maybe fouled out. Let's just have a quick look. And he did. He fouled out in 15 minutes of action. He only had 4, 3, and 4, and we still managed to win this game. That's insanity, man. So let's see if we can run the pick and roll here. Ah, okay, I forgot. So I'm used to my team where everyone has super fast releases. Obviously in this version of the game they don't. Tatum actually hits that. So can we not choke, please? I mean, I'm saying that as if I'm talking to someone else. This is on me. So I will just go ahead and run out the clock here. I don't want to get too fancy. So if you played 2K22, you probably know Kyrie's release and layup package actually isn't too great in this game, which is weird because, like, you know, he's supposedly one of the greatest of all time. But see how he does the little fake jelly regardless? You can't choose when he does that. In the old 2Ks, I'm pretty sure he would only do that if he was actually under contact. But it seems that now in the current 2K, hopefully they fix this for 2K23. But it seems regardless of his coverage, he's doing some crazy jelly, which, yes, Kyrie likes to get flashy, but he's also a smart player. He won't do anything that's going to cost them game 7 of the finals. So let's just see if we can win this and not allow them to score. Joe Ingles plays really good defense. I probably should have been a bit better there. That's on me. So let's just see. I know this is stupid, but I would like to score again. We'll go ahead, just one crossover on Robert Williams. So we're up by 10. That should pretty much seal it. I will go ahead and once we get out of here, I will play one more game in the next season on our home court and we can have a look at what that looks like. So we do actually allow a rebound from Tatum, but it didn't matter. Luke Longley, just get the ball to Kyrie. See if we can score one more time. It's too easy, man. I know I should be trying to shoot or something, but hey, we got Kyrie 35, 5, and 9. So early predictions, I'm pretty sure Kyrie's going to win Finals MVP. It's either between him or Ben, but I would say this game might push him over the edge to win Finals MVP. So we will go ahead and get out of here. I won't show you the celebration because we're not at home. Why is the Boston Celtics fan cheering? Anyways, we'll get out of here and then I will boot up into a game next season so I can see the home court and then we'll call it. So I'll see you guys there. And so we do win the championship. Ben Simmons averages 25, 8, and 6 on 57%. So that'll definitely get it for you. So a very LeBron-esque stat minus no shooting from beyond the arc. And we did actually force them to blow a 3-0 lead. So that's pretty cool. We'll just move into the next season. Alrighty, so going into play progression for the final season, Kyrie stays at a 95, Ben's up to a 93, 88 for Giddey, 83 for Bogut. He stays the same. Daniel's up to an 82, 80 for these guys. So I went straight past this. Joe Ingles actually retired. So in his last year, he gave us about 17, 4, and 7. So hopefully we're ready to move on for him. I should have overridden that, but I didn't catch it. I assumed because he was under a long contract, he would have stayed. But that's okay. We got a championship with him, and now we can move in a younger direction. So I'll see you guys in 1 second. Alrighty, so line up for the final season. We're going to go Kyrie, Josh Giddey, Dyson Daniels. Hopefully he's ready to fill that Joe Ingles mantle. Ben Simmons, Andrew Bogut, Luke Longley, Josh Green, Patty Mills, and Matisse Thybulle is now getting minutes. So that does mean we have Wenyen Gabriel on the roster, and that's fine. We'll just put him in the reserves. So we do still have most of our Aussies. So we got a decent whip moving into it. So we will go ahead, simulate. I will go to the playoffs and then we'll try to get some gameplay. Alrighty, so we're going against the Lakers. Now, it's not exactly an Australian court because it is for the Paris Olympics, but it is the only option out of all the assets I could find that actually had a custom court. So it doesn't look too bad. I guess it's more of an Olympic court than it is an Australian court, but at least we get to see everyone in their uniform. So we'll go ahead and just play this for a second. I will actually go ahead and bring in the starters. Alrighty, so we got the starters back in: Kyrie, Josh Giddey, Ben, and Dyson Daniels. No one's fouled out yet, thank God, because we're still in the first quarter. But let's see what we can get going here. We definitely need to speed up some release times. I hate that. Usually when I do play these games, I like to up their release speed a little bit because 2K has them all on slow or normal, which is just stupid. But we do get a stop there, and Bogut actually gets the rebound. Dyson Daniels running the ball up. Can he dunk? He can, so we'll go ahead and take that. So yeah, a little disappointing. I was hoping for like an Australian Boomers court or something. If you're from here, you know what that is. But the Olympic court isn't too bad. I do like the colors. If this is what the court actually looks like in Paris, then GG's to this guy, whoever made this. That's very good. So hopefully we can get another stop here. I jumped for no reason. And Dyson Daniels, he's actually a pretty good defender from what I hear in real life as well, but he's also very good in 2K. So let's go ahead and get this to our finals MVP. See if they fall for the pump fake, which they don't. Fair enough, I wouldn't either. So can we spin off him? We can, and we'll just go straight up for the layup. Nice. Okay, so I'd say that's enough. I just wanted to get him captured a little bit. I think we will simulate, see if we can go back to back, and I'll be back with you guys shortly. We will just go ahead and sim to the end of this, see if we win. Hopefully we do. And it won't tell me till after. So Ben had 28. Wiggins was their best player, so I guess we won that, I would assume. No disrespect to Wiggins, of course, but yeah, we actually blow them out. So that's fun. I'll see you guys in the final season playoffs. So for the final season, our Kyrie and Ben are still all-stars, so they've just been an all-time duo. So we are the 2 seed again, which I find kind of hilarious. We were 2-2 and then 1, I think, or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but it feels like we've been the 2 seed almost every season. So Tatum does win MVP, so he got a little bit upset that they blew a 3-0 lead. Our Ben Simmons still on All-NBA second team, which I'm pretty sure, has he done every year in this video? Can we check his accolades? He's been All-NBA second team for us pretty much every season. And then, so he gives us 24, 8, and 6, 0.9% from 3, which is a little bit scary. LaMelo Ball, man, nah, I had a look. I couldn't do it because at least the other guys have Australian nationality or heritage or citizenship or something like that, even Kyrie and Matisse. LaMelo literally just played basketball here for a year, so I definitely could not include him. So the other, Ben Simmons, is apparently just a much better defender than ours. Our Matisse Thybulle does actually get defensive second team, which is pretty cool. And yeah, let's just get into the playoffs. 2 seed again. So see, we actually have 2 teams we faced previously, 4 teams we faced previously in the brackets above us, and we do have the Lakers, who we beat in that game we played. We'll just have a quick look at the scoring and the minute allocation, but just before we do that, I wanted to pose the question to you guys. If you are Aussie or you have some sort of background or knowledge of our players or anything like that, who would you take as the best Australian basketball player of all time? Certainly career-wise, you'd probably have to say Luke Longley. For me, sentimentally, I would go with Patty Mills because, you know, same hometown, and he's been really solid for a long time over his career, and he's done so much for our community back home, so call me biased, but I do have to go with Patty Mills. So Kyrie, his scoring has gone down a little bit over the years, but that's okay. So it looks like maybe Ben wasn't All-NBA on 1 year, but for the most part, he has been. So Kyrie, phenomenal stuff, even though scoring less, his efficiency is just through the roof. Josh Giddey is now up to an 88 overall, 18, 6, and 5. He's become a perfect third option. Dyson Daniels, 11 and 5. Ben Simmons, 24, we saw him. Andrew Bogut, 7. He's been low-key very good for us, just quietly. And Luke Longley has been fairly solid too. Josh Green upped his percentages, which is awesome. Patty Mills, like I was saying, per 36, 20 points, 44% from 3. What else do you want? And then Matisse Thybulle. He actually shot 50% from the field, averaged about 5 points per 36, so maybe he's getting a little bit better. We will just see what 2K wants to come up with, so shorten them, go about 40 there. They don't like playing Josh Giddey too much, which I find a little bit weird, so we will actually go 40 to Ben as well. So system proficiency, I doubt, has gone up. It's actually gone up to 4.5 stars, so I spoke too soon. So the Lakers we saw, I think they had Wiggins as their best player. Sorry, and they have Tyrese and Porzingis, so it wasn't just Wiggins that I saw, but he was their leading scorer in that game. So let's just go ahead and simulate the playoffs, and see what happens. I'm not too fussed about this one. So 2-1, 3-1, 4-2, 3-2, we lose in the second round to Denver. So they get their revenge. I think they beat us, right? So Steph Curry, they win the finals this time, just like they went to it in the first year. So that is good by me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a ton of fun for me. I was just thinking, I'm an Australian 2K/basketball channel and I don't have any Australian content on here. So now we do. I think for the next video, as I said, I also have Serbian roots and heritage. So I might do this same video idea with all Serbian players. Can the greatest Serbian players of all time win a championship? Who I think, if I'm not mistaken, do have better all-time players than Australia. Obviously, you got Jokic, you got Stojakovic, you got Vlade Divac. So we'll see how we go. Regardless, I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please leave it a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.